Hello, this is the minor Dave Everist Report, and I thought I would let you know I'm going to share some information with you on critical strategic minerals that we're going to be needing for our national defense, our economic well-being, and you've probably seen that Donald Trump has exercised the Defense of Production Act, where he can have companies manufacture stuff. Now, usually what they do is they're not nationalizing the company. What they're doing is they're getting companies to manufacture things they would need for national emergency, like this condition that's going around. And well, that Defense Production Act also applies to critical mineral supply chains. And, well, the environmentalists have been holding off mining in the United States. But we've been dependent on Chinese providing us with the minerals because they control a lot of the market. But other unstable, unfriendly places, and like Ford Motor Company and IBM teamed up to do blockchain encryption for which I'll share in a later time. But they're using blockchain encryption to where they source the minerals to where they to the end user, where the minerals are in the supply chain, and keeping a record so that where these are coming from, like cobalt, isn't mined in Africa using child labor or very crude environmental standards. And the Chinese use intimidation, and, well, if you don't mine enough, they don't feed them. They use children to do that. That's wrong. By the way, we have minerals here. We could be mining our own. Well, after the crisis is over with the, whatever you want to call that, they've given it so many names I can't keep it straight, the condition that's going around, you'll see that Donald Trump will be bringing a lot of supply chains home because it's a matter of national defense for us to be able to make our own products in case of a time of emergency. You can see that having the supply chain all come from China or Chinese sources is not good. I would say that it's time for us to mine ours, and for President Trump, when he signs the Production Act for critical strategic minerals, to rebuild the supply chain. Well, because government in Southwest Oregon and Northern California is forced the destruction of a lot of the stuff, there's going to be a big supply chain, because you have to supply the miners to get it out, and then you have to supply the supply chain. There's lots of supply chains that go with mining. There's the stuff you need to make mining happen. Then there's what they extract that goes out to that supply chain that feeds a lot of things, like the phone I'm using or the internet you're using. Without modern minerals, you wouldn't have it. And so I just thought I would share my thoughts out and my research. You have a nice night, and I'll be doing these more often, and as soon as I can, I'll be upgrading this to doing it as I'm beta testing it now. And I call you a good evening.